So now let's take a look at a few things in the single sign-on portal. In the top left, we've got our green button that indicates the sealed tunnel is available on our client machine. We also have these green buttons along the cards that indicate these are sealed tunnel connections as well. So anytime you see the green button, that just indicates it's sealed tunnel related. So we're going to go down each of these applications and just walk through how they look from an end user perspective. So we'll start first with our sealed tunnel application. Now this is our card on the far left, indicated with the green dots for the sealed tunnel. And we can go ahead and click those green dots, and that will tell us some more information about our tunnel. So if anyone's ever curious, what's the port that I connect to, you just click those dots and you'll see this screen right here. It has the bind address on it, as well as whether the sealed tunnel is open or not. And so let's go ahead and check our connection. So this is connecting to the same loopback address and port as indicated from our application. And when we try to connect to this, you're going to see that the remote connection is just going to spin for a while. It's not going to be able to connect. And the reason for that is because if you remember, when we clicked those green dots on our sealed tunnel application, it indicated that the sealed tunnel was actually not even open at the moment. And so you're not going to be able to connect to the instance. So we'll cancel out of that and we'll come back to the SSO portal and we'll go ahead and click the open button to open our sealed tunnel. Now at this point we're able to actually connect through that loopback address. So we can hit the connect button, connect into the instance, and then we'll be prompted for that same Windows sign-in credentials as before with the standalone sealed tunnel. So we enter our username and password, click the connect, and now we're into the domain controller as well using a sealed tunnel application card. So let's take a look over in the Applications tab of our configuration portal, and if we scroll down to the sealed tunnel applications, then you can see in here, yep, this is the exact application that we just used to connect to this. If I go in and edit, you can see there's the bind address that we just used to connect to this instance. So that's how a sealed tunnel application works within the SSO portal. It requires that you first sign into the SSO portal, open that sealed tunnel connection, and then connect through RDP at that point, or whatever the connection is. When you're all done, you can go ahead and hit the close button and verify, yep, now the sealed tunnel is closed and no longer inaccessible on the machine until you click that open button again through the SSO portal. So that's the first example, and we'll take a look at two more after this as well. So next we're going to take a look at a sealed tunnel RDP application. Now with the sealed tunnel RDP application, the RDP agent will generate credentials for you and send them over to you to sign in. So that's going to be our middle card right here, and the first thing we're going to do is click this blue monitor icon, which will tell the RDP agent to generate a one-time password for us. After we click that, the WRA button becomes available, and we can go ahead and download the WRA file. Once we open this WRA file, that includes the encrypted username and password for that individual to sign into the instance, so in this case the domain controller again. So now we're signed into the domain controller. You notice that we don't enter any usernames or passwords or anything in this context. At this point, now that we've signed in, that password has again been rotated so it can no longer be used. But you can tell we're on the loopback address, so we're using the sealed tunnel as well, and that's pretty much it for this use case.